In times of crisis, having a reliable source of light is crucial for survival. While traditional wax candles are effective, they may not always be readily available, or eventually in a long-term disaster, you may run out. And you may have solar lights and flashlights and oil lamps, but again, in a real long-term SHTF situation, eventually all of those will stop working, or you'll run out of batteries or oil. But with a little bit of ingenuity and resourcefulness, you can create emergency candles using everyday items found in your home or environment. So in this video, we're going to go over DIY emergency candle alternatives that can be easily made if SHTF. But first, let's talk about wicks for your emergency candles. Sure, you can pick up wicks at places like Walmart or Amazon, but what if you need them right now and you don't have any on hand? Or what if stores and online shopping are no longer an option? There are a lot of everyday items you can use to make your own wicks. Here are a few. Cotton string. Just braid it together to create a wick. Cotton balls. Tear them apart and wrap the cotton around a small stick. Toilet paper. Shred it and wrap it around a stick. Cloth. Shred it and wrap it around larger sticks for a torch, outdoors only. Tampons. Use the string as a wick or insert the tampon itself onto a stick. Toothpicks. These work as a base to wrap the above materials around for a small candle. By dipping your homemade wick in oil or wax first, they can burn for a long time. Plus, they're easy to make when you need more, and they're inexpensive alternatives. A vegetable oil candle. This is a simple and effective alternative to traditional wax candles. You can use cooking oil of any sort. By pouring vegetable oil into a container and inserting a cotton wick, you can create a sustainable and long-lasting light source. This method utilizes readily available cooking oil, making it an excellent option for emergency situations. Crisco candles. Crisco, a common kitchen staple, can be transformed into a makeshift candle by inserting a wick into a container filled with the solid shortening. Crisco candles burn slowly and they emit a steady flame, providing reliable illumination during power outages or emergencies. Take note that you can scoop Crisco into several smaller containers, jars, anything that's fire safe, and create several smaller candles. If you decide to use the whole can of Crisco as one candle, you'll get approximately 100 hours of burn time. Never use Crisco or any cooking oil to make a candle when it is turned or gone rancid, especially indoors. Burning rancid oil emits a foul odor that can be unpleasant and harmful to inhale. Additionally, it produces a poor quality of light with inconsistent brightness due to impurities and breakdown products in the oil. And lastly, burning rancid oil can release harmful compounds, including carcinogens and toxins, into the air, posing health risks, especially in enclosed spaces. A butter candle. Similar to Crisco, butter can serve as a makeshift candle when it's placed in a container with a wick. While butter candles may produce a slightly greasy smoke, they are an effective emergency lighting solution, especially in situations where traditional candles are unavailable. A tallow candle. Tallow, or rendered animal fat, has been used for centuries to create candle. By melting tallow and pouring it into a mold with a wick, you can produce a primitive yet efficient light source. Tallow candles burn cleanly and provide a warm glow in dark environments. A bacon grease candle. Don't let bacon grease go to waste. Save your bacon drippings and repurpose them into emergency candles. Just pour the cooled grease into a container, insert a wick, and you'll have a fragrant and sustainable light source for your survival kit. A pine cone candle. Nature provides abundant resources for emergency candle making, including pine cones. Dip a pine cone in melted wax or soak it in oil to create a natural candle with built-in kindling. Pine cone candles not only emit a pleasant aroma, they also serve as a renewable lighting solution in indoor survival scenarios. A crayon candle. In a pinch, crayons can be melted down to create colorful emergency candles. Remove the paper wrapper, place the crayon in a heat-safe container, and melt it using a flame or hot water bath. Insert a wick into the melted crayon wax, and there you go. You have a vibrant DIY candle for emergency use. Beeswax wrap candle. Beeswax wraps, commonly used as eco-friendly alternatives to plastic wrap, can be repurposed into candles. Roll a piece of beeswax wrap tightly around a cotton wick to create a makeshift candle that burns slowly and cleanly. Alcohol candle. High-proof alcohol like rubbing alcohol or denatured alcohol can be used as a fuel source for emergency candles. Soak a cotton wick in alcohol and place it in a heat-resistant container. Light the wick to create a flame fueled by the alcohol. A soap candle. Bars of soap can be melted down and repurposed into emergency candles. Grate the soap into small pieces, melt it over low heat, and pour it into a container with a wick. Soap candles provide a steady flame and can be scented with essential oils for added fragrance. You can use homemade lye soap as a candle, but keep in mind it may have an unpleasant smell when it is lit. A lard candle. Lard, or rendered pig fat, can be used as an alternative to tallow for candle making. Melt the lard and pour it into a container with a wick to create a primitive yet effective light source. Coconut oil candle. Coconut oil, known for its high melting point and stability, can be used to create emergency candles. Melt coconut oil and pour it into a container with a wick for a clean burning and long-lasting candle. A pine resin candle. When in a bind, pine resin can be melted down to fashion rustic yet effective candles. Gather resin from pine trees, melt it in a heat-safe container, and insert a wick. As it solidifies, you'll have a natural and aromatic DIY candle ready to illuminate your space during emergencies. Canned fish oil candle. In times of emergency, canned fish oil can serve as an unexpected solution for crafting emergency candles. Just open a can of fish packed in oil, strain out the fish, insert a wick into the oil, and light it up. As the oil burns steadily, you'll have a makeshift candle providing light and warmth in critical situations. However, I cannot promise you will like the smell. Vaseline candle. When traditional candle materials are scarce, Vaseline can come to the rescue as a versatile alternative. Heat the Vaseline slowly to melt it. Insert a wick and light the wick once the Vaseline has solidified again. The Vaseline forms a makeshift candle that burns steadily, offering a reliable source of light and heat in emergency situations. In times of crisis, improvisation and resourcefulness are essential skills for survival. By exploring these alternative materials and methods, you can create DIY emergency candles using items found in your home or environment. Whether it's repurposing kitchen ingredients or utilizing natural resources, these candle alternatives offer practical solutions for illuminating your way through SHTF scenarios. As always, you know I want to hear your thoughts, and if you have any additions to this list, let me know in the comments.